Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Earlier we saw how we can add guardrails throughout our alignment that can be displayed in the sections. Okay, so here I already showed this. Okay, but the problem with this is, one of our viewers asked that how it will appear in the 3D. Okay, so let's first see how it appears in 3D. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drive. Okay, use the drive mode. So we select our corridor, and as we select our corridor, we have drive mode available here. We click on drive mode and we select the alignment, and alignment selected. I'll just choose one of the location for the crown, and let's wait. Okay, so you see right now, I think something is disabled, so that's why it's like this. So let me select the corridor. Let me select the corridor. I will choose all the codes. I will choose all codes so that nothing is hidden. Okay, so okay, now here let's escape. Now here you see there are guardrails like this. This is how it will put from the default template, default daylighting that we used. Okay, so you see it's there is no line like that, the beam connecting it, and even the columns are not evenly placed at certain distance. Here you see the distance is much more, and this one here is nearer. Why this happens is because of the frequency lines. Okay, so let me close this mode and show you why this happened. Okay, let's close it, close the try mode. So earlier what we had done is, earlier in that code, what I had done is I had hidden this frequency lines. Okay, so it was not appearing. So wherever there is frequency, this is frequency based. So here one will be, here will be one, here, so frequencies will be there. So wherever there is frequency, the column will appear. But this is not even, and that is not what we wanted. Maybe there is 3.5 meters beam, or 4 meter, I don't know, depending upon your location. Okay, so it may vary, and we need those Jersey barrier columns to appear at that location. Okay, so there's a workaround that we can do. I will put the video description link in below, where I have shown how we can add street lighting throughout your corridor. So that video can be also used to do the same, achieve the same. However, for this video, we will see something else. Okay, so let's change this particular corridor code back to the tutorial code. Okay, and I will just apply it and say okay. First, I have to find out where I have to add the guardrail. Okay, so earlier was automatically determined by the daylighting. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is let's use a function. I will use this to demonstrate certain function over here in the Civil 3D. So we go to our profile view, and then here at the profile, we just drop down, click on the drop down, and we select the profile, create profile from corridor option. Okay, so what it does is, for any element, like any line that we have, feature line, that can be projected to this particular profile from that. Okay, let's see how it works. So just select on it, click on it, and then it will ask you to select that particular line. So see, to determine where we need those uh, guardrails, we have to know the fill, difference in the bottom toe and the top here. Okay, at this part. So first what I will do is, at the S I will take one of the lines, and it says hinge and hinge fill. I'll just take hinge and say okay. Okay, and you can, it's a design profile, just keep it like that. You can name it. Okay, so maybe you call it edge. I will call it like embankment edge. Embankment, we just say E underscore EDGE. Okay, so it's short. Okay, so and say I say okay. Okay, and then select another feature line. It will ask, let's see here, we have already a profile. We already got a profile which goes along with the embankment edge. Okay, so depending upon the super elevation, you see it changes. Okay, okay, so Now we are still in the command. Okay, so it is still asking us. So what I will do is I want this particular location toe of the embankment. Okay, so I will just profile at the toe of embankment. So I'll just click on this and select the corridor, and then it will ask again. So daylighting, daylight, I will just say daylight. That we have two codes here. So okay, I will select one of these and say okay. Okay, and I will say toe, embankment toe. Okay, I'll just say toe and say okay. Okay, now still we are in the command, so I will hit escape double and then I will get out of this command. Okay, now let's see here. We have, I guess, here you see this one is toe. Okay, toe of the embankment. That is the profile that we have here. Okay, and then at the top here is at the edge of the embankment. Okay, so now we have two profiles. So what we can do it earlier, if you remember, if you go to our video, you will see we created the cut and fill. Okay, so it was also based on comparison of two profiles. So what we can do for here also is same. Okay, so we already have cut fill here. I can just select those two profiles, or you can just add it. So we select it, we select our profile view and go to the profile view properties at the top and go to the bands here. Okay, so cut and fill data I have already put, or you can just put it, and I have shown. I will put the link of the videos in the description. I have created a series of videos. You can go and watch them and understand how you can customize each and everything in the Civil 3D. Okay, so here we have this, and let me, for profile one, I can select this toe or edge, and profile two, I'm gonna select toe. Okay, I just want the comparison. Okay, and what, let me check it what it actually says. Cut and fill data I have, let me verify, compose level, and then I will go to this is the difference. Okay, minus. Okay, so good. And profile one minus profile two, so it will show us the difference here. Okay, cool. So now here we see we have the difference between those two profiles. So based on your requirements, maybe if the fill is above 1 meter, maybe you have to put the guardrail. What's your requirement? What's your specification? Just refer to that, and based on that, you will get where you have to put the guardrails. Okay, cool. Now you know. Now using this, you can know where you have to put the guardrail. Okay, or the jersey barrier, whatever you have. So what we need is now a alignment. Okay, an alignment. We need an alignment where we can place our guardrails. Okay, so we have to create a alignment. Okay, alignment for our guardrail. Okay, so I want to create this alignment here, and wherever you want to put it, just so alignment from corridor will say, and I will say ETW. When you are selecting your corridor, make sure you select the proper line. Okay, feature line, then it will ask you. Okay, so I will just use this ETW, okay, as a point of reference for the alignment. Okay, for this feature line as an alignment reference. Okay, and say okay. So, and then it will ask to name. You just name it. I'll just name it guardrails, so GR for short. And then, okay, alignment, just major and minor only, and also create profile as well. Okay, so that we can later create corridor and say okay. Okay, and for profile level, we don't need this one is already there. Alignment is that. Then also I will put the guardrail profile, just put it like that and say okay. And we have our uh, our alignment created here. Okay, no problem. Now we have, as we have the alignment created, we need an assembly. So let's create an assembly that we have in the default tool palette here. So let's create an assembly. We say guardrail and say okay, and then just click somewhere here, put somewhere here, and then we go to the tool palette and we have a basic guardrail assembly on the basic tab. Okay, So I will just use this one and I'll just place it on the left side. Okay. We don't have much customization for this. It is just properties. If you go to, it's just left or right. Okay. So I will keep it at left. Okay. Okay. So we hit escape to deselect it. And now what I want to do is I want to create corridor for that. So I'll select I will just go to the corridor here at the top and say create corridor, and I will select the alignment, align this alignment. Okay, very good. Now we have the profile already. So here, assembly, I will choose the assembly. I have to choose this particular assembly here. Okay, so we choose the assembly. Okay, everything we have. So we say okay, and we don't have any target. Yeah, no target for this, and say apply, rebuild the corridor, and say okay. Now let's go here and see. Okay, you see this one you can view from the top as well. What we're gonna do is we can just select our corridor, okay, and go to the corridor properties, and in the parameters here we say set all frequencies, and here we don't want it to be 20 meters. So normally the beam length, depending upon your beam length, I will just say 4 meter for this, and along the curve increment everywhere 4 meter. Okay, 4 meter, and along vertical also 4 meter. Okay, and I will say okay and apply. So rebuild. Now you see here you will be able to see it. You see at 4 meters. Okay, so you'll be able to see. So this one is fixed, but there is another problem. So how will you see these in your cross section? You see, cross section is still not visible. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to select our cross section. Okay, here it should be visible somewhere here. So we select our cross section and then go to view group properties. Sorry, not view group properties. Add more sample more sources. We go to the sample more sources, and here we have tutorial corridor 2. Okay, that is the name of the corridor that we have for the guardrail. We could have renamed it, but we let it be like that, but for just demo purpose. So I'm just adding it here, and then we say apply, and we say okay, and now I think it should be visible on this particular. You see here, now it's visible. Okay, so the guardrail is visible. Okay, you see the guardrail is visible on each of your cross section. But we don't want the guardrail to be everywhere, right? So what we have to do is we have to check from here. You see, from this particular location, let's say this is chain edge. What's the chain edge? I have removed the chain edge, I think. Okay, I think yeah, I have removed the chain edge. So but still we can know this is 0 0 20 40. Okay, so 280 meters from here we have the guardrail from this particular part, 20 to 280. Okay, so what we can do is just select the corridor. Okay, and then go to the corridor properties. Now everything that we were able to do with the corridor splitting and everything we can do with this one as well. Okay, so we can split the corridor. So let's split this region. Okay, so I will split it here and I will just make it till 20. Okay, so I can even snap through. Let me turn on the snap, and then maybe I can snap to 20. Okay, here, and then to 40 to 40 here. Okay, so here I select in the region, and then I click on here. Okay, okay, so here you have it. So we say enter. Okay, okay, so this is split. So we go to the keep this selected corridor, and we go to the corridor properties, and here you have already splitted this. Okay, and as I check these, it's highlighted. Okay, so if this part does not need the guardrail, okay, so I can just I can do is I can just remove this region. Okay, and say okay and rebuild the corridor. Okay, so here there will be no guardrail. Okay, but here there will be. Okay, so this is how it works. And let's go in the dry mode again. Just click our corridor and into the dry mode. Enter the dry mode. Select the corridor feature it is saying. So I will just select the alignment, ground, and say OK, and just wait. Okay. So now you see this guardrail appears properly here. Okay. Sorry, I clicked on something. Control Z, Z. Okay, we reset this view, and we can see we have we can see the guardrails. Okay, so this is how you can add this feature also, or you can manually add these as I did with the light poles. In the one of the tutorials, you can just go down into the link description and see it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great time. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.